Alright guys, so it's been a week with the new Zelda game, and yeah, there's been loads of videos. If you're interested in the game already, you've probably seen umpteen kind of first impressions videos, but I wanted to make one too because yeah, it's my favourite series pretty much of all time, in terms of, you know, just consistently enjoying every game that I've played in the series. Yeah, this one's quite a departure. The key thing to say about this Zelda game is that Nintendo has been paying attention to what's been going on in gaming. You know, they've got their own style, they've got their own quality control, which is, you know, which is why people have such faith in them. Their first party titles have such regularity, you know, high quality content that you can be pretty sure you're going to get some good stuff off them. So that quality control is there, but they have been listening and paying attention to what has been going on elsewhere in the game world. You know, there's elements of Skyrim in this game, there's elements of Far Cry, there's elements of Minecraft. Yeah, it's picks kind of fun little bits from various other really popular modern games, and it's evolved into something that's pretty fucking brilliant. I'm having a lot of fun with it. So far, I think I've uncovered about a third of the map. It seems, you know, I haven't explored that third fully, but I've uncovered a third of the map, and it's huge. It's so vast, and it's really fun to just go around because everywhere looks unique. You know, the terraforming, whatever you want to call it, is you know, is really interesting to move around, and you discover things all over the place. You know, the game gives you, you know, various kind of ongoing little tasks that to keep an eye on, kind of thing, that keep you busy, and you'll come across some little discovery here or there, you know, just to keep your interest in the world that you're exploring ticking over. And yeah, there's always something going on, there's always something to find. And early on I kind of felt like I was coming up against a few brick walls in a minor way, kind of thing. But as soon as you realise that all you need to do is just turn around and go in a different direction, you will find something else and advance part of the game another way until you're ready to go back to the bit that you got stumped at. You know, so yeah, I haven't really found any major problems with it. Any kind of problems that I initially thought I had turned out to be kind of my fault, really. Things like I don't know, just expectations of things. I don't know where I'm going with that. It's really well made. It's really smooth. When I heard about kind of the cooking aspect and the, you know, the crafting, all the rest of it, and it's heavy on collecting and picking items up, I was a little bit, you know, worried because I didn't want to spend too much time kind of watching these animations of doing all these laborious tasks. But thankfully, all of those things are super quick. You know, so picking stuff up, interacting with things, it's all super quick. Changing between items, all the rest of it, it's really easy and smooth, so it doesn't take away from the gameplay at all. Yeah, there's a lot to the gameplay. You know, there's so much that takes your attention, and you discover a new way to kind of explore the game further. For example, the combat. Initially, you will get slaughtered. You will get killed by, you know, one-hit strikes over and over again to begin with. But after a short while you realise that, you know, there is strategy to the fighting. You know, you do need to treat the AI with a certain respect, and in doing so you will find interesting works around, you know, the various encounters, and, you know, the various abilities that you've got work really well, really smoothly. Combat is brilliant in this game, and that is helped by the physics engine. The physics engine in this game is fantastic. It's another place where Nintendo seems to have been paying attention, and it takes its cues from like Uncharted, and it's that level of kind of fidelity to the physics and the interaction with the environment, and that alone provides a lot of the gameplay fun. You know, a lot of the dungeons, I think pretty much all the dungeons are kind of based on these physics puzzles that you are able to attempt with abilities that you are given within the first like hour of the game, if not less than that. So unlike previous Zeldas where you would do a dungeon and you will you know, get a special item, and that item will allow you to do other areas in the game. Unlike that, this time you're given almost all the tools that you need very early on, and you can then, go at these puzzles in any order you like. And they're purely logic based, and because of the physics model, this is what I was getting on at before. Because it works so well, they really do feel logical. You really feel kind of a sense of achievement when you work something out. It's cool. Oh man, I'm having a lot of fun with it. I haven't felt like this about a game in a long time. It's the type of game where you're at work and you just spend all day thinking about it and dying to get back to the game. It's mental. Oh, yeah. So I ended up with 2 copies. If you saw the last video, you'll know that I'd ordered one online and then found one elsewhere in town after having done so. But I'm going to take this one back to the shop and get a refund. I said in the last video that I might keep it sealed as like a collector's piece, that kind of thing. If you look at some old Zeldas that, on eBay currently, there's a sealed Majora's Mask that's listed for 700 quid. Whether it will go for that or not, that's a different story. But yeah, sealed old Zelda games go for a lot of fucking money. It's worth keeping on to. But I had a thought. This probably won't be as coveted or as worth as much in years to come, because it relies on a huge patch, and when those servers aren't around anymore to provide the Wii U's patch for the game, you ain't going to be able to play this game properly in future. That's one of the problems of modern gaming. Am I right with that? I think I'm right with that, aren't I? Yeah, that's the situation. Once Nintendo don't support the Wii U's update or patch or whatever it is that is it 8 gigabits worth of data that you need to download to complement what's on the disc, I guess. Once that support's gone, you won't be able to play this on the Wii U. So I don't think it's worth holding on to it as a kind of investment. It's not worth it. So I'm going to take it back, give me 60 quid back. So I don't want to say too much else about it, because before playing it I avoided almost everything. Initially I obviously watched a little bit, very little bit, but then pretty early on I took the decision to stop watching anything or reading anything about it, and I'm glad I did, because already I've been surprised by several things. Just some of the enemies or some of the locations, some of the things you do. There's been a lot of nice surprises already, and I'm not very far into it really. So fucking hell, worth the wait, Nintendo. Jesus Christ, this bodes well for Nintendo moving forward. As long as there's a big if they can get a big enough install base, if they can sell enough Switches basically to make a success of the console, it looks like their software development is on track, because if this is the kind of quality control they're doing, and if this is the kind of attention they've paid to the way modern gaming has been going, we could have some pretty fucking sweet Nintendo IP as new stuff, reimaginings of old IPs. It bodes well, is all I'm saying. Let's hope that the rest of Nintendo take a lot of cues from the way this game was made, because it's a fucking diamond. Well worth the wait. It's worth picking up a Wii U for. I don't know if I can say it's worth picking up a Switch for, purely because that's more expensive and there's less games to complement it. But if you don't have access to this game, and you've ever played a Zelda game before, you need to get on it. What am I telling you that for? You know it already. Okay, cheers guys, I will see you later. Bye bye.